Okay? Now usually I think it's about 30 grams per 100 grams per serving. So the way to do it is, if it's a 30 grams by every 100 grams, what you do is you times it by 4. So, 30 grams times 4 equals what?
120.
120. So that breaks down to 120 calories. So there's no problem. Now here's what you're going to do next. You're going to divide it by 20. Which equals what?
6.
So the 6 represents the amount of teaspoons of sugar it breaks down into in your body. Now if you do that to any food and make sure you don't go over the 12 teaspoons per day, guess what's going to happen to your weight? It's going to go this way. How simple is that? Who can do that? Anybody, if you choose to. What, bring down your water weight? Bring down your body fat? There it is. Well, the question is, are you going to do it?
I think the hardest thing is finding which foods to eat and the correct foods to do it in that.
You can apply it to any food, it doesn't matter. Now remember, you don't gain body fat by eating protein. So that's out of the equation. The main thing is carbohydrates. It's in everything. And we know if we eat too much of it, which we all do at some point, your liver converts excess to fat. Now too much fat builds up in the blood, you've got a thing called triglycerides, which then can improve your chances of getting what? Heart disease. What do we have? That's it. It's as simple as that.
If you're on a budget, like hard times now, it can be quite expensive to eat protein. No?
All I'm hearing is a story here. I'm hearing a blameless here. There's no one else than just me. I beg your pardon.
I think so.
Like what? Tuna? Tin of tuna? It's expensive?
Yeah, fish is cheap. Smoked mackerel.
Wait, you can go for fresh tuna.
Oh, it's not.
That's very expensive.
You do that. Well, you just curtail your budget, but you can eat healthy. Yeah, it costs much more to eat healthy these days because it's a big business, but if you just stick to basic nutrition, carbohydrate, protein and fat, and you want to lose weight, you apply that film into anything you eat with your meals, you're going to lose weight, guaranteed. Well, again,
What if you're a vegetarian anyway?
again, you see this? You see this? See how the mind's working, it's going overdrive. Right, I was going to wrap it up, but now I've got to keep going. Okay. Oh, did everybody get that, by the way? I'm rubbing it off here. Right.
Do you have some people who are vegans or,
You're knackered.
religious reasons, you know what I mean?
Just apply the formula. That's it. Okay. Right. Our thoughts leads to our what? Our feelings. Our feelings leads to our actions. Yeah? And our actions leads to our what? Results. You want to be successful. Not just with the health and weight, with anything in life. You want to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all do.
Of course.
Yeah? Okay then. To be successful, which one do you think we should focus more on? Our thoughts, our feelings, or our actions? Go and stand in the corner. No, not thoughts. Your thoughts begin things, but it's not the one we should.
Actions.
Action. We've all got the same knowledge here. I gave everybody the same knowledge here with this little presentation. But depending on what action you apply will determine which results you get. True? Mm-hmm. So don't stand in the corner behind it, yeah? Okay. So, to get results, we need to focus on action. Okay? Now, let's go to thoughts and feelings. Is your thoughts and feelings, are they part of your inner world? Is it inside or is it part of your outer world, outside?
You know.
Thank you. Yeah. A combination. It's part of your inner world. If I had a belt on, I'll tell you. It's part of your inner world. Yeah? Your thoughts and feelings starts inside.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, true?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, action. Is that your inner world or is that your outer world? The pressure's on.
I still think it's both. I think it's
The
combined.
actions. What's the outer?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, so your thoughts and feelings are your inner, because that's where it starts. You can't think outside. It starts inside here. Your thoughts is in your brain. How do you think? What do you think with?
Right, yeah.
And where's your brain? Is it inside or is it outside?
Right in your head. You know.
Finally! Yeah.
They're both done. They're both.
Okay, we got that. Yeah. So action, so the action we apply is outer. Okay? Now depending on the action, depending on the results. Okay? But one thing what prevents people from applying action. Does anybody know what it is? One word.
Feelings.
Fear.
Fear.
Fear prevents a lot of people because already your mind was going overdrive.
Yeah, but I've got a budget there. I'm vegetarian.
Now the fear's kicking in. A lot of us fear success. We want to achieve, however, we start putting obstacles in front of ourselves. Then success becomes a barrier. Make sense? So we take that one step forward, which you have done, you've come here today. Excellent.
And I wasn't going to come here this morning.
Good job you did, eh? Hey? So now, I've told you the formula, then you slowly taking this 2 steps back. Because now we're creating some fear. Okay? Now, what is fear? What is fear? You remember what fear is? Feeling, yeah? What we create, yeah? So, fear. False evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. That's fear.
Defense mechanism, isn't it?
Defense mechanism. Yeah, okay, but in a dictionary, fear is described as anticipation of pain. So let's focus on anticipation. Is anticipation, is it past, present, or is it in the future? Excellent. It's the future. You can't anticipate the past because it's the past. You can't anticipate the present. And you can't anticipate the future. Okay? So anticipation is future. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
So, you might feel, well, I don't believe that. So, here's an example. Can anybody in this room raise their arm up tomorrow? But do it now. That's it. The brain twister, isn't it? Yeah. You can't, can you? Why is that? Because tomorrow's not reality. It's only in the concept of our mind. Tomorrow's not now. So you can't raise your hands up tomorrow, because we're not there tomorrow. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So that means then, is fear past, present, or future? Future. Because we're trying to anticipate something. So we've got a goal to lose weight, improve our energy, to be more successful, even to learn a new skill. Me, I want to learn to ride a motorbike this year. But guess what? Fear starts kicking in. Because I'm thinking of the worst case scenarios. I'm going to try and anticipate the future. Yeah? So fear prevents a lot of us from achieving what we want. Fear, our mind is like the biggest soap opera in the world. Yeah, it produces all these stories, which are not real. We just...
Potentials.
We create them. Our mind is like our mother's. Yeah, it's got the best intentions, but it can drive you crazy. Yeah? So fear is a big barrier. So we need to understand fear. You never get rid of fear. It's part of the cell. We should put that onto the blame list. It's part of the cell. Every time you do something new, guess what? You're going to get fear because you've never done it before. You don't know what to expect. So we're going to create something. So it's not about ignoring fear, but it's how you deal with it. 2 ways of dealing with fear. For one person, it can paralyze them. Paralyze them so much they don't do nothing at all in their life. Then they get to a certain age and guess what? They start living in regret. If only. And by that time, for a lot of people, it's too late. Too late. There's no way to live, is it? But if you can just acknowledge the fear, yeah, because it's there for a reason. But if you can just acknowledge it, don't make it paralyze you, accept it, and work with it, you're going to start being more successful in your life and getting the results. Remember, all this is the wind of life. I keep saying this wind of life, it blows on us all. But it's what you do about it. And fear is a big barrier to get people, to prevent them from achieving. So if you want to achieve something with your health, weight, or whatever it is, you need a good, what? Psychology. 8% of success is through here. Mindset. So I guarantee you today now, I've written that formula on the board. I would say probably again, 2 or 3 would do what I've suggested. The rest of you probably won't. And that's all depends on the mindset. It depends on what excuses you're going to put down, what fear you're going to create. So we don't look too bad, so we can justify. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do with it then?
We're going to do it, aren't we?
We're going to do it. That's what I want. So, last thing. Hands up if you received a little bit of this today.
Yeah.
Knowledge. That's it, put your hands up, of course. Is knowledge power?
Definitely.
No, it's not.
No?
No, it's not. I'm sure before you came here today, everybody had a piece of knowledge about health and fitness. A lot of people know what they should be doing, but don't do what they know. Have you noticed that?
Okay.
Yeah, I know that. Oh, why are you doing it? Every time I do consultations, yeah, John, I know, yeah. Well, you don't know, because if you know, you'll be doing it. So you don't know, you might be aware, but you don't know. To know is to do. So, knowledge. Knowledge is not power, it's potential power. It's what you do with the knowledge. I haven't given you that knowledge. Now it's up to you what you do with it. So it's only potential power. Because once you add this to your knowledge, which is what?
Actions.
Action. Who can add action? Who can do action?
Yeah.
Anybody, if they choose to. So once you add action to the knowledge, you can set yourself up for what?
Success.
Success. What did you say? What did you say?
No, success.
Now who can be successful?
Anyone.
Anyone if you choose to. But if you don't choose, guess what? Your weight is going to be the same. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, everybody for coming is going to get a free composition body test.
No.
I think Chris is going to get some, is it? Do you know, Jess?
No.
Oh, is there someone there? Oh, excellent. Right, everyone's going to get a free body. Alright, is that here? So one for you, madam, one for you, one for you.
Someone might have to have an online.
You've had yours.
Bye-bye.